video is sponsored by Frontline Model Hobbies, your one-stop website for all your modelling needs. Check out the store for special offers, pre-orders and also aftermarket accessories. Check out their website. A big thank you to Frontline Model Hobbies. Hello and welcome back. Yes, this is the video for the main build of the Eduard 1/48 scale Hellcat. Before we actually put the actual cockpit in, we have to put the side windows on, and they can be a little fiddly, so just take your time. But once they actually go into their recesses, they do actually fit quite well. But if there are any bits of sprue gates still left, just make sure you do take them off, and honestly they do fit in rather nicely. Now, to attach these, what I do, and I mean this very sparingly, is to use Tamiya Extra Quick Set. It doesn't fog the actual canopy as such, as in it will if you put too much on, so just make sure you use it sparingly. Also, before we actually close it all up, we have the back wheel and the I believe it is one of the vents for the actual engine or the radiator opening. So once it's on, you can do a quick test fit, and what I'm doing here is just making sure that when I do put the sides together, is that actual wheel will actually measure up to the actual opposite mating point, so it fits without a problem. So the last thing to do then is just to pop the cockpit into the side of the fuselage and glue it into the mating points which are given to you by Eduard. Now, once that was done, it is now time to stick the fuselage halves together, and for this I use super glue. Now, don't use this sparingly, put as much as you want on, because it will act in your favour for two reasons. One, it will give you a solid base once the glue is dried, but also when you put the actual fuselage halves together, it will actually push the glue out slightly and into the actual seam line, and once it's dry it will act as a filler. So when it comes around to dealing with the seam lines after everything's dry, you shouldn't have any issues with the seam line, because it'll be gone, and all you need to do then is to rescribe the panel lines. For peace of mind though, if you need to, you can use a bit of Tamiya tape just to adhere, well, just to make sure that it actually does adhere and it doesn't come away, because the last thing you want to do is have a half glued fuselage. So use Tamiya tape just to run it over, just to keep it secure, just for peace of mind. Okay, the next on the list is gluing everything else together. Now, that thing I was just pointing to then, that is a separation lug. Yes, it's a separation lug. Don't take it off like I did, because I thought it was a sprue gate or something or other that Eduard decided to put on. But no, it actually does act as a spacer. And what it does, it sort of like puts the right diameter of either the horizontal stabilizers and the wings itself, so when you actually pop it on into the actual fuselage, you don't get any gap. So what more do you want from Eduard? So that's a really awesome idea, and it does work. This particular one here I didn't actually take off, so when you actually pop it in, it can actually stay where it wants to, if you know what I mean. So all you need to do is to just pop it in either on its side, just like so, and get the Tamiya extra thin and just pop it in and it glues. Simple. So onto the main wings then. You do have a couple of inserts you need to pop in first. One being part of the undercarriage bay. Again, it's a lovely fit. Just make sure that you've got the sprue gates out off the actual part itself. So just pop it in, a bit of the old Tamiya extra thin, and away you go. The other insert is the 3 50 cal machine guns that will go in. They're a simple insert, and with the guns themselves, they do come with the cooling jackets already on. So yeah, a nice touch again. So securing the actual wings together then, it was the same deal with the fuselage. It's a simple case of just using super glue. Put it on, don't worry about it too much. It won't matter if you put too much on. And yeah, you just pop them together, a bit of Tamiya tape if you so wish, and yeah, job done. The ailerons and the flap fittings then, again, very simple way that Eduard have done it, and again the fit is absolutely perfect. You can just pop it in, but the only thing is you don't get an option of flaps up or down. It is just up. But saying that though, the actual main cowling itself is in two parts, and the front part, as you can just see in the background there, is one piece, and it does fit rather well. All it is a simple case, just tighten it up, just pop it in, and it does go a little bit of a click, and you know it's actually in, and it is a really good fit. But bearing in mind, when you look at period pictures, there are pictures of these particular aircraft that do look a bit battered, and if you got one part of it just slightly raised, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. But anyway, onto the engine. Again, this is quite simplistic, but it is multi-part. You get the front gearbox, which I'm just gluing into now with I believe part of the cylinders, and with the main engine it is just a two-piece, but you do get a photo etch, sort of like I call it a spider, and it's where all the ignition leads are on. It is a very healthy addition, and it does look good once it's finished, but they are difficult to actually see, if you know what I mean. But anyway, attaching the wings to the actual aircraft itself. Now again, it was a simple case of just popping on some super glue and just popping it into the actual fuselage itself. Once I've used the super glue, I did go back and use Tamiya extra thin just to secure it completely. Now the use of the super glue is just to tack it in place so I can get the proper angle on the wings so it doesn't look a bit odd. So once the super glue has taken, all I'm doing is just popping the Tamiya extra thin or the quick set into the actual fuselage line, and just to secure the actual wings on a permanent basis. And that, ladies and gents, is pretty much it for the build. The main cowling is just a simple push fit, and the actual engine itself is a case of just popping it in, and yeah, that's it. The only thing I will show in a later video is the build of the undercarriage. Okay then, okay, we'll see you on the next video.